The theory behind daylight savings time, of course, is that you get an extra hour in the evening of daylight. The issue becomes much of our orientation of our internal rhythm, our circadian rhythm, is regulated by morning light. And so the lack of morning light becomes a big issue for us. When we get morning light, it helps to pull our bedtime forward a little bit. When we get that evening light, though, when we go on to daylight savings time, then it becomes harder to go to sleep at night. So we often will get 25 to 20 minutes less sleep at night on daylight savings time. But when we go back on to standard time in November, then we really see much of those effects go away. It probably hasn't escaped anybody's notice that it's much easier to come off of daylight savings time than to go on to daylight savings time. And that's with how our body works. Our intrinsic rhythm is 24.2 hours a day. But we only have 24 hours in a day, and so we rely on things called Zeitgebers or time givers to keep us anchored to 24 hours a day. That would be light being the strongest Zeitgeber, but also we have our meal time, other stimuli that figure into that. Changing those things is important as well. So for example, you may want to also shift meals a little bit later in preparation for the time change, in addition to changing the bedtime. To improve our sleep in general, I believe the most important thing is to simplify our schedule as much as we can, reduce stress levels, and allow ourselves an adequate opportunity for sleep at night. Also, regulating light levels in the home is important, and also reducing electronics use in the hour before bed is important. Melatonin helps to synchronize our bedtime. Our body produces its own melatonin. The melatonin level starts to rise an hour and a half before our habitual bedtime. And the levels that we take from over-the-counter preparations are in general much higher than the levels that we have inside of our body. The way that I really prefer for my patients to take melatonin is to use it when they're shifting time zones or when they need to make an adjustment in their sleep timing, but to use it for a short period of time.